Very good noon, everyone. I'm also Fayad, working at Career Development Center, and we applaud you and also thanks to you for your patience uh, for this time. I've been waiting for our honorable chief guest, our honorable vice chancellor, sir. So first, we like to extend our gratitude to our honorable vice chancellor, sir, for his valuable time. And for this reason, please give a big hand for on behalf of sir. And today we are going to provide certificate on this ceremonial event to two different courses. One is certification course on entrepreneurship development, batch number 2, which has been started on October 20, 2018. And the another course just completed on this month, on this earlier month, that is training on Microsoft Office Management. So today we'll provide those certificates, and we will take the testimonial for two students from those two batches. So let me welcome Mr. Abu Khan sir, our honorable director of Care Development Center, to come here and inaugurate this program. Thank you.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Yusuf Mahabubul Islam, our beloved participants of CCED and Microsoft Office training course, dear colleagues, welcome you all in this afternoon, although without electricity. We really feel proud that we have been able to complete both this course successfully. But how much it is really successfully, that should be answered. Our Honorable Vice Chancellor every time asks the audience after every program, every event, that what we have achieved from this event. Borrowing from his ideas, attitude and approach, I like to raise the question whether we have attended this training course just to have a certificate or for any other purposes also we have. If it is only for certificate, I will request our Honorable Vice Chancellor not to hand over any certificate. But if we have other purposes also, obviously we'll get a certificate, but our main motto and objective is to attain that ultimate objective, that the participants of CCED course will try to implement their knowledge into practice. That is, they will be an entrepreneur or they will support other students or interested person to be an entrepreneur. Not necessarily that he or she himself, herself will be the entrepreneur, but he can support other person to be an entrepreneur, not being himself an entrepreneur. In case of MS Office Management, it's a very fundamental course, and I think this knowledge is essential for every student nowadays. We are grateful to one of our alumni, Mr. Said Jamal. I will also request him to take seat here beside our Honorable BC sir. Sir, Mr. Said Jaman actually worked as the resource person for the MS Office course, and we are really grateful to him. And it was more convenient for him that most of the participants are the friends of his own country. However, I will not extend my words. Rather, I will ask you, very humbly I will ask you to utilize your knowledge which you have earned from these two courses. By this time, for kind information of BC sir, that we have circulated two separate Google form among the participants to get their comments, that is, we like to get their feedback. And by this time, we have got some response, and rest others will hope we will receive within next 2-3 days. After compilation of those comments, we'll place it before you, which will give you an overview of the outcome of these training courses, which always you expect. Dear participants, again I will extend my gratitude and thanks to you all that you have attended the courses with your highest sincerity and attention. In continuation to this course, it may be relevant somehow that we like to make an announcement in front of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, actually, which the result of his guidance and advices, that we are thinking to arrange a conference with African students, probably on 11th of May this year. In that conference, we'll invite all the African students of any universities he studies in Bangladesh to attend that program. We're expecting that our Honorable Foreign Minister will be the chief guest in that program, and it will not just be a program to present some words speech by the dignitaries. Rather, I like to draw your kind attention that it will be followed by a specific study result. We'll circulate a Google form to you, where you will propose at least one business idea which you think feasible for Bangladesh and your country's bilateral economic cooperation. After that, after receiving your comments, we will compile that along with the information which will contain in that form. We hope to have a very exceptional, unique and result-oriented conference on 11th May. We seek your cooperation in this regard, and I think this conference will help us to ahead with all the beloved students of African nations in Bangladesh. Thank you very much. We are really grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir also, who always encourage us to work with the students with the practical orientations taking in preference. I think these two courses will help to use this knowledge and information in your practical career.
Around 45 students participated on those course, and continuing with that course, we are continuing offering many workshops and training only customized for the foreign students. And for that, my hardest appreciation to Mr. Mustafa Said Noor, volunteer of Career Development Center, who is cooperating and also coordinating the African students and CDC to ensure that this course is doing as we promised. So I would like to invite him and come here and say a few words as the participants of MS Office Management. Please, thank you.
Our Honorable Vice Chancellor, our Director of CDC, and also my brothers, I can say my brothers. Good afternoon, all of you. After that, first, all praise be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who given us a time and also capability to complete this course. Secondly, I would like to thank his CDC for giving us this chance really, for implementation and also facilitating of this course. Without them, we can't get this chance. Really, we'd like to say thank you so much for giving us this chance. After that, also I would like to make highest thanks to our Vice Chancellor to be here today, to be witness for our achievements. I would like to say thank you so much for all of us. And also our director and also trainer Muhammad said. After that, really during this time, it was for last 2 months, we have learned many things about our Microsoft Office. We were 25 students for this challenge. During that time, we learned like words, how to write or how to provide a very good document, how to use a calculation in a computer like Excel, how to provide a good presentation form like a PowerPoint, and also how to make some data in Excel. Really for that time, I know most of my friends, they told me that it was a miracle because they don't think something, they can't do that. But now they believe they can provide their best level. So I'm really say it was really gives us very well. After that, for as Syria told him Mr. Swayat, inshallah, they will do as soon as possible a great program which is business promotion preparation, which is especially directed to foreign students. I hope most of us we are ready to participate that, and inshallah we will work with you as well as we can. And after that, my last message is I wanted to say, my friend, is let us work together. If we work together, we can do more, we can change more. Especially, CDC always working to help us, to facilitate us, to make us a skilled person, to know, to teach us something. And why we are here is to learn something. You know, we are from very, very far area to gain a words, something, to learn something. And CDC always say, please welcome and take the knowledge. So why would you not come here? It's a great chance, really. So I want to say, I'm sure, as I saw before, I experienced CDC and other institutes, they are ready to work with us, they are ready to give us something. And especially for those completed Microsoft Office, I'm here today, we are opening a new door, that we know how to use computer, how to provide something, but more things will be remaining. So we have to provide whatever we need to increase our knowledge of IT, and we have to tell them we need this course, please. This can you start up. It's not to tell them we have this course, but we have to go to them and say, which course do you have? Which one we can get from you? This way. So I don't want to take a lot of time, the time is so limited, and we have a lot of guests. So I would like to thank you so much. Thank you so much, and let us work together to do great. Thanks.
Thanks, Mustafi, for such a courteous speech. So, on behalf of the course, certificate course on entrepreneurship development, batch number 2, I'd like to invite Mr. Asif to come here and say a few words on behalf of the participant. Please.
First of all, I want to thank you, CDC and Mr. Abudar sir and our honorable BC sir to be present here. Honestly, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. From my teenage years, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I don't have any idea to how to start a business and where you will get the support. If you have any idea but you don't have the money, you don't have the basic knowledge, marketing knowledge, so where can you get the proper idea? I'm a student of software department. I want to create a business model about software related problems and IT solutions, but I don't have any business idea. So where can I get the proper knowledge to apply it on the field? Then I meet the course, certificate course on entrepreneurship. Trust me, it helped me a lot. I am more confident than ever to start my business. I have gained the knowledge how to do your market research, how to get venture capital support, how to establish your idea, and the obstacles you will face, legal problems or other problems like that. So I am more confident because I have gained the proper knowledge from this course.
We agree right now we are the Ford family, right? That's great. So let me discuss only one point about technology. Strongly, I believe in technology because of everything is a practitioner, and also everything it will change digital. Already, I completed software engineering in the Ford International University for the last year. So that's why I said I strongly believe technology, especially software engineering. And also, I hope every student he get a good chance to do something. Because of, I now first time I'm coming here, and today are totally different. Why I say that? Because of some students, they can't able even to turn on the computer. But right now, they can prepare everything. My course is not only a Microsoft management, and also I add some extra, like troubleshooting, how every student to come a self-confidence, like installation, anything, so that. So I don't know what I say or less. That's all because of, I can say what I say because of here my Vice of Chancellor, so I don't know what I say. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
So I thought you were going to say your speech in Somalian language.
Yes.
Everybody would understand and we would guess. So it seems that, did you enjoy your course? So how many did the employability development, the entrepreneurship development course? How many? Okay. And the MS Word, the MS Office?
Please raise your hand.
Okay, great. So how are you going to apply it in your real life? So with MS Office you learned what? MS Word? MS Word? And Excel?
Excel,
Excel?
PowerPoint, Access,
PowerPoint?
yes,
And
also Access.
Access. Okay, so a lot, 4 packages.
Yeah.
So how are you going to use them?
Because of their patient,
Hmm?
also they are patient, they need to learn a lot of things.
Right.
That's like,
But you see, learning never stops. Learning should continue. Right. And it should continue with some confidence. What is confidence? For example, if you think about the software and you want to learn how to use the software, but if you imagine, and there are things that you don't know, but if you imagine the person who made the software, how would he make it? For example, if somebody made a film editing machine, a film editing software or machine, all right? And you wanted to edit a film. So when you use the software, what would you expect? Would you look for an option to cut the film? Would you look for an option to copy and paste? Yes? So would those would those options exist? Can it be that those options will not exist? You are the editor, right? So you want to do certain things. So you decide what you want to do and then look for how to do it, because those things must exist in the software. the software does not have its own brain. The person who has made the software will have to give all the facilities that a film editor wants. So you should approach the software with that confidence that I want to do this, how can I do it? Let me find out. So if you have this approach, you can continue to improve your knowledge of the software and use it better. Right? What about the people who did the entrepreneurship development? How are you going to use it? Use your knowledge.
We're gonna get the support and apply it to our business model.
Okay.
We're gonna create a business model that propose it to our business.
Very good. And what about those from Somalia? Anybody from another country? No. Everyone's from Somalia. We have to change the name of Daffodil. We call it SIU, Somalia International University. So how will you use it? As our director, Mr. Abu Tahir, pointed out, that he would like to engage all of you to do this entrepreneurship. How? What he has done, he has arranged a conference on the, can you write it down, 11th of May. Conference is on the 11th of May. But in the conference, what does he want to do? He wants to create a friendship between Somalia and Bangladesh.
Other countries also, sir.
And other African countries. But mainly starting with Somalia.
Yes.
By doing what? So if you have ideas of trade, business, okay, between Somalia and Bangladesh, tomorrow he's going to circulate a form where you can put your ideas. That I would like to do this kind of trade between Somalia and Bangladesh. It could be taking, it's at simple level, it could be taking products from here to Somalia or bringing Somalian products to Bangladesh. More advanced, it could be taking some training, some courses from here to Somalia. It could be cultural exchange, it could be many things, but it has to come from your head, what you would like to do. And you put this in the form and you will be invited to come, and the best ideas will be presented in front of the minister, the foreign minister of Bangladesh. Okay? And why do we want the foreign minister? Because one of the things that you face trouble is that there is no embassy, no Somalian embassy here in Bangladesh, right? Or no Bangladesh embassy in Somalia? There is? There is no Bangladesh embassy in Somalia. So if the if embassy is set up in Somalia, embassy is set up in Bangladesh, it will ease trade and for you to come back and forth much more easily, right? So if we can convince the minister that there is enough interest to establish a good relationship between Somalia and Bangladesh, and that only you can do. You can show your interest that you want to do this, and the minister will be here, inshallah. So if he finds that there is interest, then it might encourage the government to open an embassy in Somalia, right? Because he's the foreign minister, right? So it's not just students in Daffodil, students across. So you are part of the Somalian Students Association. Do you have one?
Yes.
Right. And is there an African Students Association? No. 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 But if you, but there are Somalian students in other universities. So if you also encourage them and forward the email for them to fill up the form. You can request your president if he has. Is the president here, Somalia? No. He's? Oh, he has a class. Okay, so presidents also have classes. Yes.
That's good, sir.
Okay. So you request the president to send it to, and collaborate with Shafat to send it to all the Somalian students. And if you know the Nigerian Students Association, also invite them as well. So if you want to establish this, then you have to think, work hard, fill the form out, work together with CDC to make this conference a success, and also help yourself by doing these things. And you can also use your certificate in entrepreneurship development to put it to good use. So I would like to thank you for taking interest to become an entrepreneur, because it is not easy to become an entrepreneur. It requires courage and self-esteem. What does self-esteem mean? Yes, be confident about yourself. Are you confident about yourself? How do you know?
I think he didn't have right.
Do you ever say, translate?
self confidence waa adiga sheeganaya sidee macnaha ku leeyahay maxaa ku cadayn kartaa kale macnaha wuxuu leeyahay self confidence self esteem soo kale macnaha maxaa ku cadayn kartaa inaad isku kalsoon tahay qof isku kalsoon kale tahay sababta
The mic.
Thank you, sir. So self-confidence you will get, because now I am a student in Gavaudan International University. Before I came from Somalia, so when I came in Bangladesh, I take a decision to start the Department of Environmental Service and Disaster Management. That is my self-confidence.
Okay, good. But you see, normally we all have self-esteem when we are young, when we are babies, when we are learning to walk. Okay? So when you started to try to walk, how many times did you fall down? How many times? 100? 50? Once? Many times. But after falling so many times, did you ever say to your mother, "Oh no, mother, I don't think I can walk anymore"? Did you say that? So this is what I mean by having self-esteem. Doesn't matter how many times you fail. It's not failure. You learn what will not work. The baby learns what will not work, so next time he doesn't try the same muscles again. He uses different muscles and tries again. So it doesn't matter if the baby falls 1,000 times, he will still try. This is self-esteem. That no matter what, I want to succeed. And another definition of an entrepreneur is that I see a problem and I want to solve it. I don't say others, okay, please solve it. I see a problem, but you solve it. No.
Speak.
I solve it. Right? And take ownership and keep on trying till you are successful. Okay? So, Alhamdulillah, and I wish you the best success, inshallah. Thank you.